The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Xist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.
And the Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by our friends at Xist Stretch, and we are going to be talking about a ton of myths and who should be getting in. There's also a lot of interaction that we're going to do with you today, lots of questions that we have loaded up for you, so get ready for those as you're tuning in. On this Wellness Wednesday, we'll be meeting with Tricia Roades coming up right after the news, and if you have not been in, again, we've been talking about how you have your first stretch absolutely free. What are you waiting for, right? St. Louis Hills and Arnold locations. I know a lot of people said, oh my gosh, can they move out here? I don't know. Let's see what will be coming to you. If you have not been in yet, we're talking about all the kids, right? They're home and maybe now they're getting ready to get into summer sports. If you want them to play better, you want to be better in your pickleball game, you want to be better on the golf course, all reasons why you should be professionally stretched. And yes, it is different than stretching yourself, and we'll explain how coming up on this morning's show. XistStretch.com is where you can find them, and at Xist Stretch on social media. Well, thanks for tuning in this morning. I'm your host, Monica Adams. Thrilled to have you with us on this Wellness Wednesday. We've got some exciting things to come up on the show today and some really interesting stories in our news you can use. Came in this morning, a little rain. We had some last night. We had some yesterday. It was very humid last night, by the way. I went over to a friend's house for dinner, stepped outside to see his brand new house and all this landscaping, and I'm like, gross, it is sticky out here. So let's find out if that humidity is going to stick around and if we're raining throughout the rest of the week in a segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening and welcome into this new More Weather Forecast video. My name is Beck Moore.
Our friends over at Fenton Family Dentistry, we have been visiting with them. We had a chance to do a little positive talk time with them last week. We met Augie. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that dog. Dr. Jessica and Abraham have been on the show as well on a Medical Monday. We're going to bring them back on in June for a Testament Tuesday. Some really exciting things to come up. So if you're looking for a dentist, maybe you don't have a dentistry where they end up really taking care of you and you're a little frustrated with your care, this is what we want you to do. Support those that support us, and we love having them as part of the show. I'm telling you, some of the friendliest staff I have ever seen. Fenton Family Dentistry. Check them out on social media, check them out online, and yeah, maybe that's where you'll be going. I do know our wonderful friend Beckett Moore is going to be going there very soon. I'm excited for that. Good morning, my friend. How's your day? I can't hear him. Can you all hear him, or is it just my side?
Can you hear me now?
There you are.
Okay. There we go.
It's the behind the scenes stuff. All those things used to happen to me in TV. We're like, what happened to our microphone? How are you again?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. So you are now out of school. And by the way, folks, if you watched last week, my brain was gone. I kept making him a senior. And he's like, Monica, I'm going into junior year. Thank you for checking me on that.
That's okay.
Yeah, don't rush. His mom and dad are like, don't rush him getting older. So I asked if he was, if you're at your cottage. You're actually back in St. Louis right now?
Yeah, we're back in St. Louis right now, and then this weekend we're going to head down to Memphis so my mom can do a couple things for her early facial, and I'll visit my grandparents.
I saw your dad's post talking about all the work that was being done at the cottage and just how much landscaping and things that she did. So mom needs a break.
Yes, she does.
Right? Absolutely. Well, I was talking about the humidity. Do we have some of that hanging around this morning?
Yeah, we actually do. We have a dew point around 67, which is pretty high, and that's because of those showers and the humid air we needed for those showers around the area right now.
Oh, very sticky. It was really, I literally used the word gross. It was sticky last night. Okay, well, we were talking about some rain moving in as we came in this morning. So let's find out if that's going to stick around and then what it looks like as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, so we do have a couple showers around the area, not really in the immediate metro, but south and east of the St. Louis area, we do have some showers, and we did have a couple showers not too long ago, and we could see a continuation of those spotty showers as we head into the afternoon with overcast skies right now, 71 degrees. Again, that dew point is high, so it is going to be humid, sticky out there, like Monica mentioned, as you head out the door. Our sunset tonight will be around 8:16. Again, we're getting into summer, so that sunset will continue to fall back later into the evening. 82 degrees, mostly cloudy skies is what we're expecting this afternoon. Again, some spotty showers, especially south of the St. Louis metro, are expected, so don't be surprised if you see a couple raindrops, maybe a little bit of a downpour as we head into this afternoon. Now, 64 degrees is our low tonight, 85 tomorrow for your Thursday. No rain. Friday, we do have a slight chance of some showers, so watch out for that on Friday, but overall, it's pretty low right now at a 20% chance. By Saturday, though, that gets out of here, mostly sunny skies, looking like a very nice weekend as we continue into Sunday with 80 degrees as our high, and then starting the next work week, 83 on Monday, and continuing with that sunshine on Tuesday.
So you're heading to the south, so am I. We're going to Birmingham, Alabama, so that's why we brought Beckett on today, because I won't be live, but I will have some great shows lined up for you as we go into the next few days. So I won't get a chance to talk to you again until next week, so have a fantastic and safe trip.
You too.
All right, my friend, that's Beckett Moore, again, our aspiring meteorologist. Absolutely love him. He gives you your forecast normally on Mondays and Fridays, but again, wanted him to be able to bring you that forecast as you head into the weekend. Well, we were just coming off of Memorial Day, and they just released the accidents, both on the road and on the water, from the Friday time period all the way through Monday. And I was looking at last year compared to this year, and unfortunately, the crashes themselves, vehicle crashes, are up 234 this year from 203 last year. 99 people were injured this year to 92 last year, and 8 people died compared to 3 people dying last year. 107 were arrested for driving while intoxicated, 4 boat crashes, 6 people injured, 7 arrested for boating while intoxicated. No deaths from boat crashes or drownings. That is the good news. So again, this report just released last night for the time period of 6 p.m. on Friday through midnight on Monday. And we always talk about going into these holiday weekends, just again, asking you to not drink and drive on the roads or when you're boating. And Babs actually was watching last week saying, hey, Monica, really good tips as you're heading out and boating. So I know a lot of you are going to be doing that for the summertime. Just remember, have somebody else behind the wheel. Have somebody always checking that you have enough life vest. And when you get into the water, turn that engine off. When you go to fill up, make sure you hit that blower. Again, all these things, small little things. I know it seems like it's silly that we keep saying it, but we keep saying it because of reports like this. All right, some specialty beverages are being recalled in some states for a salmonella risk. So we'll find out if you drink any of these, and if so, just a heads up, several specialty beverages sold in 25 states recalled because they may have been contaminated with salmonella. The FDA said that the company was notified by its supplier, California Dreams, that it recalled, we've been talking about this for the last month now, this milk powder tested positive for salmonella during routine testing. SKS Copac ceased the distribution of its affected products, and they're working with the FDA during the agency's investigation. So they were sold under the brands Angel Specialty Products, Boba Time, Royal Gold, as well as Finale and Denda. The products, which include powdered mixes for tea and coffee beverages like matcha green tea, caramel latte, and milk tea, can be identified by the lot code on the back of the products. As I mentioned, 25 states, and it includes our friends over in Illinois. However, I am not seeing Missouri on this list, so that's the good news. But for those of you that have family and friends in several other states, I'm going to drop in the comments right now so you can know what states those are in. And again, check your cabinets. If you have those, either throw them away or return them where you got them for a full refund. All right, I told you I'm going to be very interactive with you today. So here's my first question for you. Do you think cursive should be brought back for your kiddos? I'm surprised it was ever taken out. I love cursive, but this is the debate. Should the schools bring back that traditional skill? From signatures, family letters, historical documents, cursive, it's been a long part of our life, right? But as keyboards replace pens, schools are still debating whether it belongs in the classroom. In some, cursive is still part of the routine, even if it's only a few minutes a week. One student said cursive is different because there are more steps to it. In fact, the student said, cursive, there's like squiggles, there's curves, not just straight lines lines like print does. That's right, kiddo. So he said it's a bit harder. Advocates say cursive not only builds a skill students can use for life, but research suggests it may benefit the brain. In fact, it impacts it differently. The neurons evidently work differently. Now, critics say classroom time is already stretched thin and that print or typing may be more useful in daily life. One teacher said cursive won't help the students in the modern world. So I'm asking you, what do you think? Do your kids need cursive or not? It's something that blew my mind because I was like, how do you sign your signature? And they're like, you don't. And I'm like, what? It's very weird because it's what we grew up with. So tell me, parents, or just again, all of you, do you think cursive is necessary in schools? All right, we've got some fitness news today, and I love this one. Your teenagers are home. Now we get them working out for free at Planet Fitness. Yeah, all summer long. The high school summer pass is for 14 and 19-year-olds returning to Planet Fitness this summer. After registering, teens can work out for free from June 1st to August 31st. The Planet Fitness CEO said the purpose is to break down the barriers to fitness. Parents can also get one free day pass to go along with their teens. So way to go, Planet Fitness. Let's get those kids. Again, we always talk about the childhood obesity rates. Let's get those kids working out. And again, it's going to save you money since we're all talking about how expensive things are right now. So we go from Planet Fitness to Crunch Fitness. Congratulations. Another location opening up tomorrow morning to everyone. Today they've got their big party. And if you haven't had a chance to check them out, they're at 635 Gravois Road, right next to Sky Zone. They have that preview party from 5 to 8 tonight, free food, giveaways, classes, exclusive personal training deals. And then officially tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., they will open up for group classes and Kids Crunch beginning later that morning. It's a massive 42,000 square foot, $5 million facility. It is featuring a new Crunch 3.0 design. I cannot wait to get in there because it's right around the corner from us. And again, just congratulating them. They opened up originally in Florissant, and then they had the one again in Baldwin and O'Fallon, Missouri. Now this is their fourth location in our immediate area. They, of course, used to be a big sponsor of our show. So congratulations. Excited for them. All right. How many times have you done this? And people say T-Rex arms, right? They even have commercials about someone with T-Rex arms not going and grabbing for the bill. Well, scientists may now know why they had such tiny arms. Have you ever wondered? Scientists may have finally solved this mystery. T-Rexes were 40 feet long. They had a bite 3 times more powerful than that of a lion. But like many other meat-eating dinosaurs, they had small arms compared to their body size. In fact, T-Rex arms were only around 3 feet long. Now, researchers have debated over the size of those arms for decades with no real consensus. But there's a new study published in the journal Proceedings of the Royal Society B that has its own theory. Small arms were a trade-off. The study says the T-Rex evolved to have an extremely strong skull, and since evolution tends to prefer perfecting one feature at a time, it came at the expense of upper body strength. What do you think about this? T-Rexes didn't need strong arms when they could kill just about anything by headbutting it. Despite their size, T-Rex arms were not useless, but it's still unclear exactly what they did. They are so unbelievably tiny, though. It's crazy. All right, if you're a Sheryl Crow fan, you're going to love this. Announced as a new headliner for the FIFA Fan Festival in Kansas City. The country music artist and Missouri native will perform on July 10th. Crow, a Missouri native and University of Missouri graduate, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2003. Of course, recognized for songs like All I Want to Do, Every Day is a Winding Road, Soak Up the Sun. Artists will now include the Chainsmokers, Flo Rida, as well as Gabby Barrett, Sima Funk, Sheryl Crow, the All-American Rejects, and Tech None. All of that coming up at the KC 2026 FIFA Fan Festival. So congratulations to our own Sheryl Crow. All right, I had to do this story. How many times do you see signs that say, don't drive through here? Well, this fool did it and got stuck. Ha! It serves you right. He gets stuck in the wet concrete after he ignored a road closed sign. Officials reminding you they put those in place. They put those in place for your safety and theirs, and you should never ignore or remove them. There was some video from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation that showed this truck getting stuck in the wet concrete earlier this month in Milwaukee County. The driver physically removed the road closed barrier before driving into the freshly poured concrete. The truck ended up stuck, but then was pulled out the exact same day. What do you expect? especially when it's fresh concrete like that. You think you're just going to go right over it? That's what he thought, and he thought he would just have some tire tracks. See? The narcissistic mentality of, I'm going through this, I don't care. That's what you get. All right, our final one before we get into sports. What the heck is a spool? Evidently, this is taking over for many homeowners. They're ditching oversized pools for a resort-style backyard upgrade. Spools, the wellness feature replacing traditional pools. Why? Well, one, it's smaller and it is less expensive. Spools are a mashup between a spa and a pool. Now, they also offer the best of both worlds because they can shift between hot and cold. So you've got a traditional pool that's about 20 feet long. Spools fall somewhere in between, measuring about 14 feet long, but the price tag is much less expensive, lower maintenance. It's got a smaller footprint, obviously, and a lot of versatility, kind of hydrotherapy. The cost will vary. It hovers around $40,000 once you factor in the permits, the taxes, the small upgrades. For comparison, traditional pools, they're like $50,000 just to start and easily go over $100,000. So I am wondering if this is something that's going to make its way into our area, because that was in like Phoenix, Arizona. We, of course, have swim spas that you can get from our friends at Spas and More. So we'll have to talk to Angie Hess about this, and if that's something that she's heard in the industry. Of course, our dear friends at Just Pools that have been on with us for the last couple of years, we're looking at hopefully getting them back on towards maybe mid to end summer. I'd have to talk to both of those ladies. Like, have you heard of a spool, and is it going to make its way into our area? In sports, unfortunately, the Cardinals losing again. In fact, getting shut out by the Milwaukee Brewers 6-0. It's the Cards and the Brewers in Milwaukee. First pitch today will be at 12:40. And we've got a couple of grape things. Yes, I said grape, not great. National Grape Day in today's National Days. National Grape Popsicle Day. It's National Flip Flop Day. Senior Health and Fitness Day. All right, this is going to work well with our Wellness Wednesday. And National Cellophane Tape Day. Who comes up with these things is what I really want to know. All right, I'm going to go to the comment section and see what you're all talking about today. Good morning to you, first of all. Christy on, like always, first. Sean, good morning. Linda, good morning to you. Kathleen, hope you're having a great start to your day. Good morning, Stephanie. Linda walking outside this morning and she said it was a little foggy, or really foggy. Yeah, it's from that humidity. I'm going to the Gateway Grizzlies game tonight. Oh, hope it doesn't rain. Stephanie, haven't been to one of those in forever. Julie, Fabian, good morning to you. Hope you're having a good start. Okay, Stephanie says yes. Linda, yes. Bring cursive back. Kathleen says yes. Rose says yes. Kathy Anselmo, good morning to you as well. So what do you think? If you're just tuning in, we said, should you bring cursive back into schools? So far, 100% saying yes. I'm looking for that critic, right, that says no. We don't need it anymore. Let me know. Okay, we're going to have a very interactive show on tap for you today. Wellness Wednesday with Tricia Roades from Xist Stretch. We are going to talk about several myths that are out there and ask you those questions. So that's all coming up for you this morning on The Real Monica Adams Show.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. No commute, no appointments, just warmth, relief whenever you need it. Sore muscles recover faster, tight joints loosen up, tension you carry all day, gone. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the ah in spa.
Well, welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show. So 100% of you so far have said yes, 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 that you think we need cursive. Tricia Roades from Xist Stretch. She is the one of the head stretch therapists that you'll get a chance to get into. I just asked her, do you think we need cursive?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's 100% so far. Yeah. Zach, shout to me, yes or no? He says yeah, too. He hesitated a little bit, though. So you said you would much rather get a card from someone that is in cursive than printed.
Yeah.
But do you notice that when we go to sign a credit card bill, that even on the electronic one, they're like, You don't really, all you have to do is do a line,
Yeah, pretty
which I
much.
disagree with.
Yeah.
You used to have to give your ID to check your signature to it. So many things have gotten a
Yeah,
little.
if I want to see it in print, I
Yeah.
mean, I can see it on my lap, like a computer, everything's in that. But when you get
Right.
like somebody writes something in cursive, it's personal.
Okay, let me ask this. I just thought about this because when you go to the doctor, they have you sign your signature and then underneath it says print name. You're supposed to do both. So what do? Print and print? Okay, come on. Things that make you go, Exactly. They're like signature. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay, see? So anyway, today on this Wellness Wednesday, we're going to talk about some common myths. And so we've come up with a lot of things for you this morning that Tricia and I have compiled. And I want this to be really interactive for you because there are a lot of people that think, oh, this is why you go to stretch and this is who needs it. And right? There's a lot of things out there, by the way, that we're going to bring up on today's show.
Oh my God, show your nails.
I don't think you all can see it close enough. I did this for Memorial Day. So I have red, white, blue, and then I have little stars on it. I don't know if there you can see it a little bit. Shout out to Golden Nails, my girls over in Fenton's. Yes, but now it's past Memorial Day, so now it's like, how long do I leave them on? You like them?
Yeah,
All right,
I love 'em.
then I'm going to do it until
festive, yeah.
until it's out. Okay, so let's go through some of the myths. One of the biggest myths is that assisted stretching is only for athletes, and I think that's what a lot of people, as they have been watching you and I on together, oh, that's for athletes, or that's for really older people. You hear that a lot?
I think more so is it's the same concept with anything you're doing, especially at the gym. Like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. I have to kind of work out before I get there. You know, same thing with, it's only for people that really use it all day long or because they're so flexible. That's when you should go stretching. I'm like, no, it's really for anybody.
Yep.
But you never know how much you need it until you do it.
Correct. And I think that there's a lot of myths out there that the stretching that you're doing is the same stretching that Tricia's going to do to you.
Right.
It is a world of difference. I've been showing you some of the videos of her stretching me. Actually, I'm going to have Zach pull up the video of when you were working on my neck. There's no way that I can do that.
No.
I can try. See, look, I can't. That doesn't do the same thing. This is the video that everyone's like, I just want to get on her table. That looks fantastic. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if you all like massages and how you feel after a massage, it's very similar benefits of that.
Yes.
And it is long lasting. So throughout that next 24 hours and then over the next few days, you're like, my posture feels different, or I don't have that headache that I had or tension in my neck.
Yeah, it's that aha moment that I can't really tell when it's going to happen to you. Some people feel it immediately, and you might hear comments of the next day they feel amazing, and then sometimes, like me personally, it took like a day or two.
Yeah.
But it's just me on that go mode that I don't even realize that I feel great until I actually have to stop and sit. I'm like, oh my God, I feel great.
Yes.
But it doesn't hit me. But again, whenever someone comes in and I'm like, just give it a hot second. Wait,
Give it a hot second.
go, sleep tonight. You'll feel better in the morning. It might hit you right when you get to work.
Yep.
But usually, it kind of is that aha moment when you don't realize it's happening.
So the other aspect, though, is for people who are athletes or people who do work out regular. I hope you don't think that you don't need this because there is that mindset of, oh, the people who are already going to the gym and the people who are into health and wellness, they're already stretching. I don't care. They don't. Yes, I've been involved in fitness my entire life. I can't stretch the way Tricia stretches me.
Well, I think the misconception on that as well is the fact that if you're athletic and if you go to the gym, you just stretch. Those are the worst people. I even teaching classes and before, we kind of do a little warm up, but after class, there's always a stretch. Nobody stays for it.
Yep.
Unless the class is for stretching.
Correct.
That they're actually welcoming in for the stretch. People on the floor, it's kind of that mindset, whatever I'm doing, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So they work out. I'm
right.
fine. I go home. Everything's great. My muscles are good. Nothing's torn. Everything's great. But not tapping into how much better you could potentially be or your mobility in the movements is game changing.
You are 100% correct. I don't know how many times people just throw away the stretching. They'll look at the clock, go, oh, class is over. You're like, whoa, we should stretch. Nah, I'll stretch later.
Or I have to go to work now, so they'll just do their workout, in the locker room, get changed, and go to work.
Yep.
But not realizing the to tap into potential that they can be.
Correct.
And but again, it's that feeling, or I'm fine, I don't hurt, I'm good, or I'm hurting, but I'm sore because I had a great workout.
I'm laughing because that was me.
It's literally everybody at the gym. So like the misconception.
She said we're the worst.
Yeah. People thinking that just because you're active, that means that you are fine.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct. It's unfortunate that people do just throw away the mindset of stretching, but please understand its importance. I like the fact that all of us used to be like, oh yeah, I'm stretching just a bit, and again, I got to get rushing off to my day. Then it became people going, oh, yoga, I'm going to introduce myself to yoga. Oh, yoga, hot yoga. Oh, Pilates. Oh, okay, I like these things, which is why I love the fact that so many different classes are offered. You have a lot of classes at Xist Fitness?
Well, yes. And
Okay.
the one thing is there's always that stretching potential on it. But you'll get a lot of people saying, oh, yoga, I want yoga, I want yoga. Why? Like, but no, go. Like, yoga is amazing. But why?
Yeah, why are you
why
going?
Are you,
What's
yoga
the
is
context?
stretching.
Yeah.
Yeah, yoga is stretching. How about we take it to the part where somebody is stretching for you,
Yep.
so you can actually feel it? I have a gentleman, maybe two at one point, were coming in because their wives were wanting them to go in
Get
and
into yoga
go
with them?
in with them to
Yeah.
like come, and they were a little bit intimidated.
They're like,
because-
I got to get ready for this.
and one guy didn't want to go, but his wife, he's like, well, I'm going to try this first so I don't look like a,
Yeah.
And the other guy was like, I went with my wife and I look like that, and I don't want to do, I was so embarrassed. And I'm just watching everybody move, and I could, like, I
Yep.
want to, but
Yep.
I couldn't even get into the pose. So he's like, can you? I'm like, oh yeah. I said, it's going to take a little time, it's not going to happen, but we'll get you into there. And then the next time you go, you're going to like totally impress your wife.
Correct. Well, what have you been doing? Here's
Exactly.
my question for you all, because I don't know why it came up, but Jim and I were driving in the car, and we were talking about, I know what it was. We were at the Botanical Garden. We were talking about yoga, and he said, guys don't do yoga. And I said, excuse me? And he goes, yoga's for girls. All right, that's my first question to all of you. What do you think about that comment that Jim made? Yoga for girls, yoga for guys, yoga for everyone. I say it's for everyone.
There's actually a whole market for yoga for guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
and there should be, because you guys need to be as flexible. But again, the other mindset is that women are more flexible than men.
And that's not
And
necessarily
she said that from
true.
day one.
Yeah.
That is not true. Linda, I'd love to turn, okay, this is from earlier. I'd love to turn our pool into a smaller spool. It could be open year round, maybe when it's time for a new liner, but would the cost to heat it be expensive? Good questions. I had never heard of a spool, but that was in the news today. Spools. It's a combination between, this is why people are becoming
So sheltered.
Well, no. It just came up in the news today. People are wanting more health and wellness.
Okay.
Right? So, but they can't afford pools sometimes. So spools are a little bit less expensive. I mean, still, it could be around $40,000, but pools are at minimum 50, usually up near 80 to 100. And it's also a little bit smaller, but it can be year round. So yes, your heating bill would probably go up a little bit, but it allows it to be open year round because you can go back and forth between cold and hot. But I love the fact that you are all wanting that. Okay, so you've told you it's going to be a very interactive show today. Kathy says everyone, Linda says everyone. That's the question about yoga. Agreed. So far we got 100% on cursive and 100% on everyone. Okay, another common misconception is that assisted stretching will cure all your pain instantly.
Oh, and again, it goes back to everybody is different.
Yep.
But no. So again, I always give the concept, I need to lose weight and I want to fit into this dress. So I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to feel amazing afterwards. I'm going to fit into this dress after one workout.
Yep.
It's the same with anything that you do. Diet. Oh, you do one good meal and
they
all
think
my
it's done.
worries away. Stretching is the same, and you got to think how long it took you to get to the place where you are. Relatively not the same extended time that it's going to get you, but every day is a benefit.
Well, and that's why, again, if you're just tuning in, this is Tricia Roades. We're going to ask you a lot of questions in today's show because I want you to finally understand, you've been seeing her with me for the last couple of months and you've been hearing about Xist Stretch. And then you're like, well, should I get in there? The answer is yes. First of all, why not? It's absolutely free for your very first stretch. You'll feel the benefits of it right away. You can get into the one that works for you, again, St. Louis Hills or in the Arnold location. But yes, today our show is making you all understand the benefits of it for your day-to-day life. If you're involved in sports, how much better your sport will become. But there's a lot of myths out there that we're trying to debunk. Okay, how about a big myth is that stretching can't help much with aging and arthritis. Seems it's going to be a waste of time, Tricia.
I get that with people that come in for their first stretch. They're like, oh, well, I'm tight, but that's all that comes with old age. And I'm like, no. I mean, technically, yes. I mean, our muscles shorten, your mobilities, your stiffness. I can see it in our studio at the Hampton location, full of wall of windows. And there's a good population of people that walk past. There's so many people that walk past that as I'm seeing them walk, I want to stop.
You need to get in here.
You need to get in here because you just look like that walk is painful or their mobility is off.
Yeah.
It's surprising to me that it's just things that just happen and then people are just okay with it.
Yep.
But no, I mean, I'll give you an example. I was driving here this morning and there's a construction house being construction guys, and the guy's grabbing his toolbox, and as I'm doing it was like eye to eye. I looked at, he grabbed it and he was walking, and I was like, oh man. And I'm like, this is what we're talking about. Because I was like, that's somebody, one, he's a man, he's like, oh, I'm good.
Yep.
But just my visual of the pain that it is when I was just
walking
a second watching him walk.
She rolls her window down. Hey, here's my car. Get
in. But in his mindset, it's like, well, that's years of working.
Correct.
It's just what happens to your body. Just embrace it.
Yep.
No.
You're right. That is absolutely the mindset, especially with a lot of men. Oh, this is what I've done to my body over the years, or it's from sports. I played football, and I'm just going to be like this. My muscles have tightened up. Well, and then unfortunately, they're giving in to the pain, and then they're stuck.
Yeah, and that is where people come, well, and as they're like, well, I have arthritis, so is this stretching going to help? I'm like, my body's full of arthritis. Yeah. I'm like, this is a misconception that I'm just rocking and rolling and everything's great, and I'm about to stretch you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. I said, by the time tonight, or like you go home, you'll start to feel something, but the next time you come back, what we've worked on today is going to be felt different in a different area the next time.
Yep.
So we're just opening up the door to you just feeling great. So a little bit of, okay, well, I'm opening, just the embrace of opening the shoulders increases your posture. And then when that happens, blood flow, circulation, and then arthritis, less symptoms and less stiffness. And that relates to, I feel great. Endorphins and just the whole mindset changes.
Yes, that's it. See, we want that entire triangle of life where you're all walking around balanced and, I'm happier. I feel more joyful. That's what happens. By the way, Tricia is the head stretch therapist at Xist Stretch. And so a lot of people, they say, okay, so is Tricia who I need to get into? It's Xist Stretch, period. They have wonderful people there. Tricia, as well as Claire and Tim and Justin. So I said I need to get on the table and experience how, because everybody's going to be a little different. It's just like working with a trainer. Everybody has different mindsets of how, now they're all trained the same way, but there's mindsets of, let me try this, or let me try that for you. So xiststretch.com is the website. Again, on Hampton in St. Louis Hills, and then off Vogel Road if you are in the South County or in the Arnold area. That one's inside of Xist Fitness, by the way. So if you're looking at maybe you fell off the wagon for your New Year's resolutions and you need a new gym, that would be a great one for you because they're inside of Xist Fitness in Arnold. So check them out. Okay, we're going to go through some more myths and would love to hear from you. So as we go into the break, I'm going to ask you this particular question. So, what body part is always tight on you? Okay, as we go to the break, just answer neck, back, knees, whatever. What body part is always tight on you? We'll answer that for ourselves and we'll find out how tight our audience is and in what area where you carry that stress when we return. am I healing the Parkinson's, but I am helping it subside. I'm helping him feel better.
Oh, definitely.
Not only in the moment, but sometimes for the next day or maybe even a couple days. And that's why he keeps coming back. If it didn't feel good, you wouldn't come back.
Yeah, I
And
look
she
forward
said
to
he
it.
won't have tremors when he's on the table. And I don't know why that happens, but she'll tell me he doesn't tremor when he's on the table. So for whatever relief his body for that period of time, it's been very beneficial.
So you just find yourself being able to calm and be in the
Exactly.
moment?
I'm more relaxed and calm.
Welcome back to the Real Monica Adams Show on this Wellness Wednesday. Okay, I'm going back and forth looking at comments from all of you. So the question we asked going into the break is, what body part is always tight on you? So I'm getting neck, I'm getting my right hip, my thighs and my neck and my shoulders. Okay. Also, Kathleen said everyone can benefit from yoga. Exactly. Everyone. Kathy says everyone. Yeah, I agree with you. So the stretching aspect, the yoga, if you do all of those things, it's going to be game changing. So we're starting a 90-day challenge. And if you all want to, kind of be a part of it, we can build a community. I can start a page on Facebook, but this is going to be for a lot of my clients, 90 days from June 1st to September 1st. I want it to be game changing for them. I want them to have better mobility. I'm like, you're going to hear a lot about mobility over the next 90 days. Stretching aspect, setting your mind straight. If you do yoga, yes, it might be because you're going for stretching, but a lot of times yoga is also because people are trying to get this mind right, right? This is sometimes your best friend, and a lot of times it's your worst enemy. You can't do this, or you have to live like this. So I asked Tricia, for you, what is typically the tightest on you?
I love typically, but
She said she changes.
it changes, and it's because my my daily routine changes often. So when I'm working, it's mainly my glutes.
Okay.
But then when I'm doing more other work in my work, it's my shoulders because I'm on my laptop.
What do you think my answer is going to be?
You sure neck?
Yeah, my neck, and a lot of it's just from
I was gonna say hamstrings, but
nope.
neck.
Well, but you all may have heard, I told my clients on Tuesday, yesterday, that and I think I even said it on the show, that I could tell that I haven't been into you because I kept getting these little things happening in my low back.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, up.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to stretch it out and roll it, but I'm like, I got to get into her really, really bad because this is the mindset. Yes, I was in. Oh, that felt good. I went in and the next week, oh, that felt good. Then I have gotten busy and haven't been in. And then the body says, I'm keeping score.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens to me too. Because I'll be even working and I'll move and I'll do certain moves and I'm like, oh, okay.
I just did that. That's what I'm talking to you. My body
Yeah.
needs Tricia. Can I just lay down and she can stretch while we're talking? Okay, here's another one for you. Do you crack, snap, crackle, pop when you stand up?
Most of the time, I'm usually through work, I'll get a stretch in and then I'll be fine. But as I'm stretching somebody and I move, I'm like, that wasn't you, that was me, that was my hips. And then I'll work on when I'm doing that, I'll rotate in my wrist will crack. I'm like, again,
That's
was
me.
That's not you.
What about you? Do you snap, crackle, and pop? I think I've told the story in the past about my dad when I was in my teen years, and he would always go, you can never try to sneak into the house because you can hear it in your ankles. It's like, pop, pop, shh,
Yep.
shut up. So do you? To me, I'll go like this and go, oh, that feels good. My neck and everything is just opening up in here. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. The popping of the back, the popping of the fingers, I was told is not good for us. But there's myths out there about that.
It is, and it's bad. The one thing about it is it's just the gas, within the joints.
Yeah.
Is it terrible? It's not a myth.
Do we make it inflamed at all?
I can't necessarily say for everybody, but it's just a release of gas.
Right.
It's not, but it's like the old wives' tale when your mom said if you crack your knuckles are going to swell.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily true.
But I would say that a chiropractor probably doesn't want us to be turning and
manipulating.
because we're not putting it in the alignment that it needs to be, right? Okay, so all right, snap, crackle, pop. Let's see, neck and shoulders, thighs, neck. Yeah. To tell us, do you snap, crackle, and pop when you get up in the morning, or just every time you get up?
Their knees usually pop.
Knees.
Knees and ankles.
For mine, it is my ankles, and my hips a little bit. Yeah, it's just like wanting to open up. Okay, how many hours a day do you sit?
Oh, wow.
What do you think? This is eye-opening for a lot of people, and maybe start keeping track of it. I like the fact that your Apple Watches and maybe the other watches will say time to stand.
Yeah.
Right? It's a good thing for you to go, oh, really? Okay, yep, I need once an hour, get up and stand.
I can honestly say my
You're
watch,
always standing.
I was like, my watch never tells me to stand. I always hit my standing goal of the day, which is 12 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's very different for a lot of us.
Yeah.
So what do you think? My life has changed where I was always up and running around. Now there's a lot of this being, so I like this. It'll be like, get up, Monica, get up. How many hours do you think you sit in a day's time? I think it'll be eye-opening for a lot of people. Linda said, I do not always snap, crackle, pop, but I will always crack my neck daily, and yes, my knees. Kathleen, my knees crackle. Crackle, yes, put that one together. Okay, have you lost mobility as you've aged?
Most people, yes. I mean, it's the number one. It's just genetically, you're disposed to certain things, but most time as we age, the muscles shorten, less lubrication in the joints. So that stiffness of just getting up and say, this is a great one when either grandkids or kids, you move throughout the day, you pick up stuff, but then you see a child, you play with them on the floor. How are you going to get back up?
Exactly.
And you see a lot of that. But one, it's normal, but it doesn't have to be a feeling that you should be feeling. So just lengthening the muscle, getting the mobility in the joint. That's a lot of what we do at Xist Stretch is taking your joints and moving them around with that lubrication, sets the circulation going, and then it puts your body in a relaxed state, better circulations, and it tells the brain, I'm safe.
Yep. I think we all have that one friend or a handful of friends where you're like, oh my Lord, they're flexible. And you're a little bit envious of it, right? And you're in your mind thinking, I'll never be like that. Well, you're right. If you stay stuck and you sit down too much in life and you're just plopped down on the, watching TV and you're not moving. Yes, that's true. But you would be amazed. How long do you think it would take as you go through and do your stretching with them at Xist Stretch and opening things up for them to really drastically change in their flexibility?
I have two women that their main focus of there is to be able to do a split.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've actually, one's a younger woman, one's a little older. And it wasn't something that they came in and said, this is my overall goal. It was something that the older a client, she has sciatic issues.
Okay.
So she comes in there mainly because she needs that traction that we give you. Yeah. It completely helps her. The other one is young and fit and, wants to just be part of her wellness side because she doesn't want to do the stretching by herself at the gym.
Sure.
So she comes in. And both of them are just like, okay, but they both wanted it. But it is morphed into, let's see how far we can go, because we have worked to the point where, as we done with you, the leg comes up and then you go a little bit further. Okay, great. And now it's like, I'm full arm's length from one hand and the leg down. I'm like, girl, you're almost there. She's
really?
like, let's keep it going. So,
what a great goal. Yeah. That's probably one of the greatest things you can do is set goals for yourself. Some of those you feel are unattainable goals. That's only because your mind has told you can't do it. But okay, you're going to have to let us know.
Yeah.
And then I want to have them on the show. I want them to show us doing their splits.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We just asked you, how many hours in a day do you think you sit? That was my question to you. So there's a myth. I sit at a desk all day and my neck and shoulders get super tight. A massage is the only thing that can help.
I hear it so much, and it's that when it's the things that we're taught, especially as a young and even through society, it's the label that is put on certain things. And the one thing is when I went through training is everything is great. Every wellness that you would want to get into. It's same thing with fitness. What is your vice as far as, but everything is needed and everything works together as well. So when somebody has, oh man, my back hurts. The first thing that you're taught is
massage.
Well, no, go to a chiropractor. If my back is hurting, I have to see the chiropractor. And they're like, oh, my neck is so tight, I need a massage.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. There's a concept out there that's called stretch. And it is not something.
It's new
Yeah, it's
in their
very
mind.
new. And
Yes.
but we were also taught that as children in gym class, that the stretches that we needed to do, the flex arm,
Yep.
like all these things.
But we were taught that we could do it on our own.
Absolutely. And when it gets, to other facets of your life, meaning the gym, and you're going now, yoga is more concept and this, and then, I feel great. Of course, opening up your hips, it opens to the soul and all of that.
I love this.
But it's everything and how the whole wellness evolves. But just the concept of saying that this is the only way you're going to get to it is through massage. And if this lower back pain, I must see my chiropractor.
Yep.
There's a different way of doing it to where if you experience it, it may not be that you need an adjustment. Maybe you just need traction to lengthen the muscle, get that circulation going, and stretch your whole fascia throughout your body, because you don't go to a fascia like a store or a place. We are fascia stretch therapy.
Therapists, yep.
So not only are we helping your joints and your muscle, we are lengthening the fascia, which brings you better circulation and better mobility.
Absolutely. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is, Tricia Roades with Xist Stretch. And again, we're going through some common misconceptions, myths that are out there that we are debunking for you and getting you to interact with us. So let's see. We had a lot of knees cracking. My body cracks and pops a bit. I sit most of the day. Okay. I love the honesty, by the way, right? And there's no shame in this. It's just, if you want to feel better, let's start getting you moving. Linda says yes. Stephanie, my lower back, my legs, my feet bother me. Is chair yoga an option? Look, as she just mentioned, do what you can do, right? If you've got some issues that don't allow you to stand right now, then yes, we can make that, that transfer for you. Okay, Linda said, when I was younger, I could pop my hips, but not any longer. Annette, my knees pop and I sit at least 8 hours a day or more, right? So we've got to get you up. Stephanie says, when I'm home, I get up every hour and walk around my apartment.
Perfect.
Yay. Good morning, Rob. I think that's a new one for me. Gagliano. Linda, I sit very little during the day, mostly in the evening. My watch will also say get up and I won't let it win. It's good things that we have these things for us, by the way. Okay, so we're talking about these myths. What myths are out there that we need to debunk? Again, if you just tuned in, we talked about one of the biggest myths is that assisted stretching is only for athletes or super flexible people. Another common misconception is that assisted stretching will cure all your pain instantly. A big myth, stretching can't help with aging and arthritis. It's a common misconception. Yes, it can, and it's not a waste of time. And then again, this whole thing about sitting at your desk all day, working, your neck and your shoulders get super tight, and that a massage is the only thing that can help, or chiropractic care. It's not the case. They all work hand in hand together. And so you go in and say, this is bothering me. She'll start working other areas that create...
Well, even think about when you're sitting at your desk and you, like, the whole concept of, like, my neck, so I guess I need a massage to, like, help my neck. But once you get that massage, you're going to feel great. I'm not going to knock it. It does feel great.
Yep.
Anybody puts your hands on you, you're like, oh, yeah. But the one thing about that is you are going to go back into that same position that you were tomorrow, the next day, and the next week.
Correct.
And with that, you're not realizing that your hips are also in that same position. So
causing that pain, right?
It's causing it. So you're always moving forward, never stretching and moving it back.
Yep.
So, I mean, we can say all along, set position and sit there,
Yep.
but you're going to conform to that. But it's not just the neck, it's the entire body.
Well, and again, I can't keep stressing this enough. So chiropractors, massage, yoga, obviously all work very well as a team. It's like your own care team taking care of you. So go into Xist Stretch. And by the way, there are different packages. And I didn't talk about this yet today, so let's stress this. Some people might want to come in and they say, well, I only need to go in a couple of times a month. Great. Then that's one of the packages for you, and you maintain that. Otherwise, you can elevate up and say, no, I need to get in more. Maybe you want to get in 8 times a month. Then there's other months where you're like, I'm doing better and I can't get in there, 6, 4, whatever. They do all carry over. So don't think that you're going to lose those. I want to make sure that we stress that all the time. Xist Stretch, again, with Tricia Roades. Okay, so frequently asked questions to Tricia and her team. Is assisted stretching supposed to hurt?
Okay. Define hurt. Sometimes I always have to, like, in their brain, like, what do you feel is hurt? Like, if it's going to be that tightness that you feel as if you're like, oh, I'm in a stretch right now. Yes, but it shouldn't feel as if I'm peeling your nail off.
No, because if you're in excruciating pain, you're going to tighten up more.
Oh, absolutely. And you feel it because we feel it. They're like, oh, like something does pop. They're like, I can feel it in my hand. I can feel your heel as I'm moving. And they're like, oh, I'm like, is it tight behind your knee? And they're like, yeah. How'd you know that? I'm like,
It's
I
my
can
job.
feel it. Yeah. And then, so as I'm moving, I feel the lack of or great mobility in your hips, that how I can move you further. But then there's times where there is a surprise where I can move your leg and somebody goes, oh, I'm like, oh, okay.
That's my point.
Yeah. So
no, you knew. So I think if that's why you haven't been in because you feel like it's going to be painful.
No.
There are stretches that you do that put yourself in pain because you're not doing it right.
And that's
by
why
the way,
there's different therapists because everyone hits everyone a little bit different.
Okay, how often should I come in for a session?
And that, again, is, I hear that a lot, specifically after your first stretch. They're like, okay, how did I do? What do you, I said, honestly, and I'm going to be deadly honest here. It really depends on your finances, like how is your life and what you could do. 2 is time. Like how much time are you going to give yourself to actually come in? So all of that combined, and if you have all carte blanche, once a week is great until you becoming, you see it as a way of life. Otherwise, once every other, just twice a month, would be great for the normal.
Absolutely, because you think about it. For those, you did mention massage earlier. How often do you actually go and get a massage? A lot of people are like, oh, maybe a couple times a year. Right. So then the rest of the time, so we've got 365 days in a year.
Absolutely.
So 363 days, you're in pain.
There's plenty of people that want to reschedule their next appointment. And they're like, well, I have a massage tomorrow. I'm like, then no. I'm like, I'll see you like at least 4 days after. Because that's when you're going to need it. Is it horrible to do it the same day or within the other day? No.
But let one have its benefits.
Exactly.
So, okay, again, going through some of the common questions now. We talked about some of the myths. Now we're going through frequently asked questions to the team at Xist Stretch. What's the difference between assisted stretching and physical therapy?
Okay, that is great. Physical therapy, they're in the medical field. They're there to help you. But when I've ever been to physical therapy, it is for a reason. And the reason is my doctor told me to go to physical therapy.
For rehabbing.
For rehab a knee. I had knee surgery. I had to rebuild the mobility within my knee and the muscles. So what you're there is giving me specific exercises to muscle stability as much growth. So I am doing the exercise to enhance my muscle. Shoulder, same thing. My daughter went to physical therapy when she injured her back in gymnastics, and it's those core exercises that are giving. So it's kind of like a physical therapist / personal trainer trying to get you back into mobility. Stretch therapy, we work hand in hand with a physical therapist for sure, because their overall goal is the most important, to get you up and mobile and to move again and to be able to use their joint and the muscle in the most best way possible. For us, is we are getting you flexible and mobile to the point where when you are cleared with that physical therapist, we enhance what your wellness.
It's a handoff.
Yeah.
Well, again, we keep talking about this team that's working for you. So those two combined together, and then all of a sudden you enter in a chiropractor. Those 3, yoga, physical or personal trainer. It's like, oh, I've got 5 people working on me.
Absolutely.
So I want you to make note, by the way. I'm very big on journaling, as you know. Journal, or you can put it into your phone, in your notes or whatever, from day 1 of starting this kind of care, and then 30 days in, and then 60, and then 90 days in. If you look back at your notes, you're going to have this aha moment of, oh my gosh, this is why I'm feeling better, because I implemented this and this and this. Or if you stay stuck and don't do it.
Exactly. The best thing about cross-practicing is I've had several people that I've worked on that I find something, or I was like, does this always happen? Or has this always been this way? I'm like, well, let's do this. They're like, oh, my coach never told me that, or my physical therapist never told me that, or my chiropractor didn't say that. Things like that can get missed that somebody else can find, you know, and I'm sure it would happen to me as well. But it's just another set of eyes would make a world of difference.
Hey, that's in life in general. I can go back to our news days, and never would a story get on the air with only one set of eyes. It was multiple levels of now you're producer, now you're executive producer. Okay, now that can go on. And still mistakes would happen.
Oh, me. You have to spell check my work all the time. All the time.
Okay, we've answered this already. Do I need to be flexible to try assisted stretching? No. Get in there. Don't think that you have to already be flexible because you think you're going to be shamed. No, she wants you to get on the table. Again, take advantage, darn it, of that free stretch so that she can assess the body and say, okay, so if you come in more, you feel how better you are today. That's going to continue as you get in again and again. So yes, everybody's free stretch, your very first one. If you buy a package, you still get that free stretch. So it's just an added bonus. Okay, what will I feel like after my first session?
Again,
Everybody's different.
To each its own. I always say my personal experience is this is how I felt and when I felt it. I have others literally after I'm like, okay, well, you're done. And like, that was the best stretch I've ever had. And I'm like, oh, you know, but, and then others like, oh, okay, all right, you know, I don't know.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, my experience, I always like to give you firsthand. My experience was, wow, okay, that tension that I had that was causing all that problem in my neck and in my eye and my blurred vision and all that, wow, I feel better. I'm very interested to see what the rest of the day looks like. But also I think it's important that after she does that and after you get off the table, that you don't just go plop back down and sit down again, right? Keep that movement. You should feel happy, right? As you said, the happy hormones are going.
Yep.
You should feel happy that you're feeling better, that you feel elongated. I had Pete actually write me, and I think he told you last time that he felt like he was so many inches taller. Is that what he told you? Yeah. Like he's 5'10", now he's 6 foot, right? But you feel like, holy cow, because your posture's better, all those things. So, you know, just again, could be similar to what you might feel after a good workout. Your muscles have been worked in a brand new way. Next day, you're discovering a difference in the daily task and in the movements. But make notes about how you're feeling, okay? So a lot of myths that are out there. If you're not flexible, stretching isn't for you. That's one. Stretching before workouts prevents injuries. Not always.
Not always.
Pain means the stretch is working. No, we just talked about it. This shouldn't have to feel painful. Only athletes need mobility work. Not true. Walking is enough exercise. Not enough, but it is something. If you're sitting on a couch, walk. If you're walking, jog. Or ride a bike, or go swimming. Find something. Tricia mentioned this before, and I'm big on this. Find what works for you. If somebody makes you do something that you hate,
You're less likely to repeat
oh my gosh, absolutely. Strength training alone keeps you healthy? Nope, it's got to be a combination of all of this. Aging automatically means stiffness. No. And then you can fix years of tightness with one stretch. No, you cannot. There's a lot of curiosity out there. The whole thing about this is we have fun together. We laugh together, but it's the educational component that I hope you've gotten. And again, if you ever have any questions for us or something that you want us to cover on a future show, just drop those in. If we missed any of your comments, I'll be sure that Tricia sees them and the team sees them. Once again, if you haven't been in, Xist Stretch, and you're going to see Tricia a lot covering so many different topics on our Wellness Wednesday. So be sure to bring those to. And then the most important thing is get in there. XistStretch.com, at Xist Stretch on social media. Again, you can book your first session for absolutely free in the St. Louis Hills area or in Arnold, again, off of Vogel Road. All right, I can guarantee you when I come back, you're going to be like, oh, I can tell you were in a car driving for 8 hours. Yeah, we're going to Alabama. So driving for 8 hours and then driving back for 8 hours. So I may not need to wait until the following Friday to get into you. I may have to get to St. Louis Hills and get into you. So I'll check your schedule for Tuesday of next week. You'll be like, dang, Monica.
Yeah.
So what do you feel we need today for our devotional? 100 Days to Freedom books are shame, depression, anger, overeating, and then, of course, we always have 100 days of healing. So it's 100 days to freedom and 100 days of healing.
I haven't heard freedom.
No, 100 days 100 days to freedom from these depression, anger, shame, overeating, and then the healing book.
Let's do the healing.
Yeah. I think whenever you come in, it just makes
Because
sense.
it's like, for me, it was like freedom and healing together. But
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
yeah.
true, right? Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to take our final break, and then we're going to tell you what's on tap while I'm in Alabama. We've got some great shows lined up that maybe you saw. A lot of you maybe didn't, because we got a lot of new viewers that may not have seen some of these. So
Wait,
we'll let
you're
you know.
doing your show from Alabama?
No. We're going to do some. Well, I normally would, but I have learned to actually take a vacation.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I've learned over the years, Tricia. Yes, I went to Italy and did shows. I went
Okay.
to Mexico and did shows.
Okay.
We went, Fredericksburg, Texas was actually a business trip. But yeah, I usually don't know how to stop.
I was gonna say.
I promise you I am. No, we are
go to
doing
Italy.
best of. Best of shows. Thursday, Friday, and Monday actually is a brand new show. So we'll let you know more about that. Thank you, my friend. All right, we've got 100 days of healing coming up for you. That was fun.
I was just on the Real Monica Adams show, and it was really a good experience for me. When I walked in, the building is just peaceful. The environment is beautiful here. Monica really made me feel welcome.
The Monica Adams show allows people to be themselves. It's really important to share kindness, to be real, to offer stories, things that will give people hope and a reason to smile.
Rather than waking up aggravated, disappointed, and wondering, where's this earth going, choose to wake up with something that'll put your mind and your heart in the right direction. Start with Monica.
And you just saw all of the platforms that we are on. So be sure to share and like and follow. Even if you watch on one particular platform on a regular basis, I still want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And the reason for that is where our library of shows are. We are over 800 shows now, working on 1,000 in our big celebration coming up in late fall. By the way, where would you like that to be? A lot of you have come out and celebrated with us over the years. We've had our 500th show. We did 5 days of 500. This is an opportunity for us to celebrate the success of the show, thanks to each and every one of you and our incredible sponsors. But it's also a chance for us to spotlight some really incredible small businesses. So start letting me know, because we've got work to do to get ready for the big 1,000 shows. Should be probably late October or sometime in like mid-November timeframe. Just depends on if I take a day off as to when 1,000 will hit. Okay, so Tricia picked our devotional in the healing book. This is day 24, a chance to surrender. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. That's Romans 12, verse 1. So many of us, especially those of us who tend to be type A personalities, are addicted to the illusion of control. In our daily lives, we attempt to control our calendar, our activities, our environment. However, it only takes one traffic jam, which, by the way, Tricia said this morning, there was like crazy traffic around 270 North in Ladue. I'm sorry for all of you that got stuck in that. Or long lines at the store. To alter our schedules and remind us that we're not in control at all. Not really. If we sit with that realization too long, we can become full of anxiety and fear. In our humanness, we may double down on calendar apps and micromanagement techniques, thinking that better tools will give us better control. We might even attempt to control our spiritual lives by not listening to God or the Holy Spirit, but instead rushing through Bible study and worship and engaging in petition-heavy prayer times, or as Tricia said, do your workout and race out so you don't have time for stretch. And then all of a sudden it is, oh my God, I pulled a muscle, right? Because you were like, go, 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 and had no release. Look at it this way, though. The journey from broken to healed holds multiple opportunities to let go and surrender our desires, our relationships, our plans, our emotions to the good Lord. If we allow him to, he'll use our ailments and hang-ups as spiritual lessons. And then in the process, he'll bring us to our knees and show us how much we need him. Through it all, he'll graciously teach us about ourselves a little bit more and himself, training us in righteousness. Won't you give up control to the Lord today? After all, you never really had it in the first place, even though you thought you did. So Kay Warren says, we try to bargain with God. I will follow you, but don't touch my children or my husband. Don't give me cancer. We're afraid our surrender to God will unleash evil. But evil will come because evil will come. We live in a broken world. In fact, Martin Luther King Jr. said, in a real sense, faith is total surrender to God. And I know a lot of you, it's a hard thing to even consider. Here's your prayer for today. Father, I so often think I have things under my control, but that's all an illusion, isn't it? Thank you that you hold everything in your hands. Help me to trust you more. And it's a roller coaster ride of emotions, folks. I know. Amen to all of that. It's hard to say and relinquish control, by the way.
I needed that.
Oh, good. Yay. She picked the right one. We all did. When any of us that are like, go, 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 that whole type A, I've learned so much over the years. And that's the reason why we should listen to incredible shows of positivity and inspiration and hope, and then learning from others. Go into a room and never think you have nothing to learn from. Learn something before you exit that room. Enter in, what can I learn from these people? And what can I teach them? It goes both ways, right? So exit that not thinking, I can't learn anything from anybody.
Yeah.
You'll get smacked down to earth real
Exactly.
quick. Okay, so here are the shows we have lined up, and I want to thank Zach Kimball. So Zach is editing these. Please, 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 folks, I say this, I know you want me to be live and interacting with you, but I need a break, as Tricia just reminded me. So tomorrow, the late great, and I hate that I have to say that, but the late great Lemmy Pulliam is going to be our feature show tomorrow. Zach actually sent me a text over the weekend and said, I don't know if you saw this. Lemmy passed away at a very young age of only 50 years old. The most, I want you to look up his name. It's Limmie. That's his first name. Pulliam, Pulliam. An incredible opera singer. What a loss this world has now. He was on our show twice, and we have re-aired his one show that he was actually part of my life coaching workshop that I used to have. He was an incredible guest, and then we aired that on the show. Then we were fortunate enough to talk to him, and I teared up the other day when I was listening to it going, oh my gosh, these questions I had of who else do you want to sing with? Where else do you want to perform? He's like, I've got so many things I'm going to do. Not any longer. He's now singing up there with a huge audience in heaven. But we're going to air that tomorrow because we want to honor him properly. So it'll be a little eerie because there's a lot of people that are seeing my shows on YouTube because they're just typing in his name, and these shows are coming up and they're all commenting on, rest in peace and, a local hero, but a giant in the industry. So Lemmy Pulliam's on tap tomorrow. And then on Friday, our Foodie Friday in our Slyman Brothers kitchen, we're going to re-air Annie Gunn's.
Oh, wow.
Chef Lou Rook, and then Glenn Bargett, he's a somm with their wine program. That was absolutely one of our favorites. We've got a ton, but we thought we'd pick that one for you. Thought you would enjoy that. And then come Monday, we have a brand new segment for you. And that, did we decide, Zach, is it Garden View? It is Garden View. I thought so. So Garden View, we actually are going to take you inside of Garden View Care Centers in Chesterfield. And that is for all of you that have been thinking about taking that tour for your loved ones. Again, you don't want to wait till it's the last second and think that you need that care and then you can't get in. So Chesterfield, O'Fallon, and Doherty Ferry are their locations. We're going to take you inside of the care of Garden View Care Centers in Chesterfield. We're really looking forward to that. So then I will be back with you next Tuesday. And we'll be talking about fostering, which is huge. So needed on a Testament Tuesday. And then she'll be back with me on Wednesday. There you go. All right. I might check in here and there from Birmingham. Or I might just be like, no, cut loose. All right, my friend, thank you.
Thank you.
And friends, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you on Tuesday. From now till then, remember to spread the greatest thing you can, and that is kindness. God bless you all.
The Real Monica Adams Show is brought to you by Xist Stretch. Stop by for your free consultation and 30-minute introductory stretch today.